She think I'm cute, she wanna have sex. Damn, how you wish you could fit up in my Tesla. Yo, wish I could just answer to that question. My extra text and leave her on red light down. Let her rest in peace. Leave my heart with the rest of that. I got one text left in that. And the flower emojis, you dead to me.
And it hurt, we were falling in love in October. You are close, you're cold when you're sober. A ghost in a bowl, you cold, but I'm colder. Collecting its souls to fill the holes you run.
Wait a second, these hoes not ready. Popping out the bag for all black Chevy. Right, left, through the blade both ways. I told you listen, pussy, you can't keep at my pace.
Like, I said it's over, baby, cause you poison my soul and there's no debating. Like a kiss from a rose, how a dome was faded. Old relations grow complacent, I hate it. But how can you hate me but need me gravely? You were fading to gray when the rain was breaking. In the face of a change, you were fake to snake me. You belong to the streets, you don't need no AP.
He cold. She belongs to the streets.
Come on, baby, please don't be such a tease. I'm trying to calculate exactly how you got in them jeans. Don't bring him to the party, okay on the scene. Got his home in sight, dead in a blink. Running for your life, black dress, blood oozing. Heart faded black, drum mistake right through it. Gotta earn from the souls of all the lives you ruined. Carve it in her tombstone, bitch, you blew it.
Well, that's not very haunted house of you, now is it?
She think I'm
Revenge.
She think I'm cute, she wanna have sex. Damn, how you wish you could fit up in my Tesla. Yo, wish I could just answer to that question. My extra text and leave her on red light down. Let her rest in peace. Leave my heart with the rest of that. I got one text left in that. And the flower emoji. She think I'm cute, she wanna have sex. Damn, how many bitches can fit up in my Tesla? Yo, wish I could just answer to that question. My extra text and leave her on red light down. Let her rest in peace. Leave my heart with the rest of me. I got one text left in that. And the flower emojis, you dead to me.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
アーチボルド・ウィトウィッキーの子孫サミュエル・ウィトウィッキーはお前か。私はオプティマス・プライム。
Greetings, universe. My name is Orbital Bacon, and I am certified G1 and a real freaking prime. Welcome to another live stream. It's Friday. It's the end of the week. You've made it. You are all indeed made of sterner stuff. What's going on, everybody? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Hope everybody's had a good week. It was Christmas week. It was probably a short week for most people. Christmas was on a Monday, so you had a long weekend and then a short week. So you're still made of sterner stuff if you made it here. I'm not going to hold that against you, okay? I'm not going to hold that against you. But I hope everyone had a good Christmas. See a lot of familiar faces in the chat. Hell yeah. Tomatoes Killer Tomatoes is here. Eric Rayner, Based Wave, Ranma, Kaiser Soze, Space Cyborg Dragon. That name is still awesome. Taverns Full is here. Slane, Atticus Rex. What's up, buddy? Ericus, Ronald, let's see, Samick. Hello, Samick. Philip is here too. Vesh. Hope you're feeling better, Vesh. I know you said you were under the weather last time, I think. MG is here. Sneed. Hothead Studios. What's up, buddy? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Johnny Marbles with the bombs. Somebody hold those. He's going to drop them. Let's see. We got, I'm thinking I'm already scrolled past everybody here, but the chat keeps moving, so I've lost my place. A rock. There's a rock. Shouts out to the rock. There is just a rock in the chat. Hell yeah. What's up, guys? It's good to see you. Anybody who's new here, we do this every week. And for everybody who's not new, it's good to see you again. I'm glad that you made it. And what we do here every week on these live streams is basically recap the best memes and wrangle the top waifus from the previous week. You know, we've got Saturday mornings lineup, the Saturday night movie, and then whatever we watch during the week. It's usually like 1 or 2 shows, depending on how long the series lasted for, how many volumes it makes. And so, yeah, we're going to go back over all that stuff, have a few laughs along the way. I've got plenty of waifus. It's actually, tongue-tied, actually not so many memes this week, but we've got plenty of waifus to wrangle to go into the new year. We'll have the ranch, the farm. It's going to be full, man. It's going to be a prosperous new year because we've got so many top tier waifus on the farm, working hard. They're great. We love them. It's waifu time. Yeah. It's waifu time. And then cue that cringy dance scene from Morbius. But yeah, so we're going to get into that. And like I said, we've got memes, we've got waifus. And then I've got a few little updates, a few things to go over like we normally do each week. So I guess it's like news. I don't know. I don't really know if I should call it news. It's just stuff. It's just stuff that's like happening. And we were also supposed to have an event tonight. And I've got a little bit of bad news. It's not really going to happen, but it's only going to be delayed. I'm not giving up on it. I'm not giving up on it, chat. Waifu Mania will run tongue-tied. Waifu Mania will run wild. Okay? Waifu Mania will run wild. So, but I do have some stuff to show you, some updates at the very least. I'll show you some of the assets that we had completed in the meantime, and we'll go over that. And yeah, that's about it. I'm trying to think. Oh, if there's any sort of like random shows, old shows, like a clip that we could watch, or old commercials, anything like that. If you want to send that in a super chat, and we'll take a look at it. Otherwise, I've got plenty of stuff for us to take a look at tonight. So without any more hot dogging and grandstanding, let's get into it. Let's get into the first bit of news here. First bit of news before we get into the memes. Because it is Friday. It is Friday. Like I always say, if you made it, you're made of sterner stuff. And you guys know that I always put these posts every Friday. I put a post out that says, cheers. It's Friday, boys. You've earned it. And this week, it just happened to get the attention of one Ethan Van Sciver. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about him, if you even know who he is. I don't even know if you know who he is. I don't know how you feel about him. But I just thought it was pretty cool because it was just my random Friday. I do this every Friday. I always post a picture of Common America, some random image that I photoshopped. Although I did get Kraken to draw one. So I do have an original. I've got a couple of originals, actually. I've had commissions done from other artists. So I've got a few originals. So it's either Photoshop or original art, whatever. I'm going off on a tangent. But it was just weird that he just happened to find this. And I think the cool thing about it is that he says he's coming around to Common America, because for anybody who is familiar with EVS, they would know that he is not a fan of Common America, or at least he wasn't, especially because of he has some personal history with the creators. So yeah, I was like, man, I don't want to get in between all that. But the fact that he's coming around to it and just happened to find my post, I was like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. So yeah, I see a few people in the chat know who he is. Doc says he's the man. Yeah, there you go. So a few people know who he is. All right, that's cool. That's cool. I don't know. I thought it was all right. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, I'll give a quick like rundown, and I'm not going to go into anything like too detailed. He used to work for DC Comics, and he was the artist, and I think he was just the artist. Maybe he did some writing or something. I'm not really sure exactly what all he did. Maybe he was just the writer and not the artist. Maybe I've got it backwards. But he worked on one of the Green Lantern books in DC Comics, and I believe he came up with it's the female Green Lantern. I think Jessica Cruz is her name. I know her last name is Cruz. I can't remember her first name, but I know her last name is Cruz. Yeah, he's an artist. That's what I thought. I thought so. I thought he was an artist. And yeah, he came up with one of the female Green Lanterns. So yeah, he's just like a prolific comic book artist, and now he does his own thing. Jessica Cruz. So I did have it right. Cool. And now he does his own thing where he makes his own comic book. He's like independently funded, crowdfunded, whatever. Goes through Kickstarter, all that stuff. And so yeah, I just thought it was cool that he found my post. It was just like last week we had Ralph Bakshi posting about my Spicy City video. And then this week we've got Ethan Van Sciver sharing my random Friday Pit Vipers and Monster energy drink. It's so like random. It's so ridiculous, you know? But hey, if it's bringing people together, that's what it's all about. If it's bringing people together, if he's putting the beef where it belongs in those juicy looking burgers.
Framing. That's framing.
Then, you know, I'm happy. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So, Mind and Body, what's up, man? Says you dig his art style. Yeah, like he's pretty cool as far as the art style and stuff. I respect his work. I respect his work for sure. For sure. So yeah, and we're approaching 60,000 subs. That's right, Pull. Thank you for reminding me of that as well. 60,000 subs coming up. So, you guys are awesome. Shouts out to the chat. Shouts out everybody. But yeah, I thought that was crazy. And it's not even, that's not even my art or Kraken's art. All he did was the Photoshop, you know, it's just crazy stuff. But we're having fun though. We're having fun. So yeah, let's see, you know, Ronald says, let's go for 70. I say, let's go for 100. I say, let's, I'm pointing to the WrestleMania sign. All right. I'm in the ring. I'm pointing to the WrestleMania sign. I say, let's go for 100K. Let's go for 100K, guys. We can do it. I think we can do it. That's the goal for 2024. Yeah. Aim big, baby. That's right. That's the goal for 2024. 100K. Let's go. Let's go. Go for broke. That's right. All right. So couple of memes, couple of little memes that are also like updates, bits of news, whatever you want to call it. The first up is I put a post out the other day about some new merch, and I felt kind of bad because even though it was ready on my end, the website has been having trouble and I can't get the hats to work. And I found out just like a couple hours ago that apparently I have to download some sort of weird app that like makes a special file for you so that it properly uploads to the website so you can make hats. It's kind of complicated. So I'm going to mess with that tomorrow. But you probably already recognize that this is the Mighty Max shirt. Yeah, Kaiser Soze is like Mighty Max shirt. Hell yeah, exactly. Mighty merch. That's right. That's right, Rex. We got Mighty merch, okay? We got Mighty merch. So I've got the shirt. It's already there. It's actually let me pull up the web page here. It's already on the website. A Mighty shirt. It goes blank because there's nothing on the back. But there you go. A Mighty shirt is already available, and I wanted to have the hat ready at the same time so you could get like the set, right? Because I've got it on the site where it's a red cap with the yellow M. So it's the Mighty cap, the Mighty shirt. We got Mighty merch going on, right? Since we just got done watching the first season of Mighty Max. And yeah, like I said, it's having trouble for whatever reason reading my files, my image files, even though they work for the shirts, they don't work for the hats. And I found out I have to download some wacky third-party app. I don't even know if it's a third party because it's from the website themselves, but it seems like a hassle. But at least I figured it out. So by tomorrow, we should have that cap up there. And yeah, so you can get the hat, you can get the shirt. It's just, it sucks it's not ready yet because it ruins my joke, man. I had a joke ready, a segue ready if the hat, because I was going to get the hat, man. I was going to have it. I was going to be opening portals, you know? And we were going to open portals to Game World And I was going to go. We saw a couple weeks ago that Lana, I was going to steal Princess Lana. You know, Kevin wasn't paying attention. Remember that? Kevin wasn't paying attention. Lana, I was going to steal his girl. And so I got the cap. I got the mighty shirt, the mighty cap. I'm opening portals to Game World. I'm going in there. I'm stealing Lana. I'm absconding with Lana. I went on a raid. Raid successful. Raid successful. Waifu wrangled. Shouts out Eric Rayner in the chat. This is some awesome, fabulous, fantastic, wonderful fan art from Eric. He just gave this to me as like a Christmas present. So I wasn't expecting it, had no idea. I think all he did was ask me for reference pictures of my avatar. And so I just figured, oh, cool, I might get like some sort of cool render or artwork or something. Sometimes people will like Photoshop. But no, man, he went all out and drew this. It's a reference to a comic, and forgive me if I completely forgot, because you told me, Eric, you told me like what comic it referenced, and I completely forgot because I'm a little bit distracted. I got my hands full.
Buster Keaton!
It's been a while since I've done this lol. Feels good to be back lol. Here's a submission for you, if you still do those.
All right. Thank you, Subpar. Appreciate that, man. Pizza rolls for you. Pizza rolls for you, and all hail the new stream boss. Subpar, the stream boss. Reign of Superman. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Yeah, I got my hands full, man. I got my hands full. I'm a little distracted. I'm a little busy. And Subpar, thank you for that. Thank you for the $5 super chat there. I don't know why it didn't pop up in the chat. The bot is acting flaky, man. The bot is flaky, but at least the pop-ups work. And so, yeah, we'll take a look at that as long as it's something that fits the theme of the show. I do appreciate it, sir. So, yeah, thank you. And thank you again to Eric Rayner for the fantastic artwork here. I have successfully wrangled Lana. This is a dream come true. Life goals, people. Is what it's it's the holiday season. It's what it's all about. All right. So speaking of art and stuff, I do want to talk about the Waifu Mania event that we had, big dreams. It kind of all goes together with the fan art and the big dreams, because I had very big dreams for this Waifu Mania event, and I think I dreamt a little too big, because and not that there was anything wrong with the idea, but it was trying to get so much done in even like, I think we had about a 3-week time span that we were trying to cram it all into. Maybe it was like 2.5 weeks. And we thought it was going to be enough, and it just wasn't. So it's unfortunate, because I really wanted to have that event ready for you guys tonight. And I'm not going to like cancel it outright. We're going to get it done one way or another. Even if I have to hire on additional artists and get like a whole team of artists. If Kraken needs help and we have to get a whole team of artists, we're going to get the Waifu Mania event done. Don't worry. But I don't want to just have nothing at all for you guys. So I do want to go ahead. I was going to keep it a surprise. All the roster, I guess you could call it, like the fight card. I was going to keep it a surprise, but since it's going to be a while since the event actually takes place, and there'll be more characters and stuff by that time, you're not going to see all of it right now. I figured I'd go ahead and show you what we did get done. Or at least like some of it, like a sampling of it. So this is the idea that I had. You guys remember the pool party, right? When we did Felicia's hot tub, quote unquote, hot tub live stream. And it was Felicia and Princess Lana. And it was sort of like a parody of Twitch, like e-girls, like the Twitch streamers.
and it was like a parody of that, and you guys would donate, and it would make like wacky stuff happen, like the tomato shark or Kitty show up and try to steal their wardrobes. So yeah, it was a good time, right? So that was the idea for the Waifu Mania thing, and that's what we're going to end up doing when it's done. But that's sort of the idea, is that it'll be like similar setup, but with wrestling matches and stuff, but the waifus will be going crazy. It'll be totally not realistic at all. So here's a sneak peek at the roster, just a little bit. I just want to show you guys a few of the waifus that we had on the roster lined up for Waifu Mania. So first up, we got Voodoo, and I want to see who's going to recognize. Let's see if you guys can guess the wrestler. Like the waifu is pretty easy to guess. Everybody's already gasping and stuff, right? Who's the wrestler though? I want to know. I want to know if you guys can guess. I'll wait a few seconds. I think there's like a 10-second delay in the chat, so I'm going to wait. But let's see. Subpar says Undertaker. Doc says Papa Shango. Doc's got it. Mind and Body's got it. Richard's got okay. The chat's starting to get it. Papa Shango, right there. You got the hat. And if you notice, she's holding the skull of Skulker. See, that was one of my favorite things that Kraken would do as far as the additional details, is he'd throw little random stuff in there. So yeah, she's holding the skull of Skulker, and she was going to be wrestling as Papa Shango, or Papa Shango, however you say it. And so that would have been one side of the match, because I was going to have like 2 or 3 matches, I guess. I don't really know how many total, because I had more ideas than what we could really do, but there was going to be like 2 or 3. So first match was going to be Voodoo as Papa Shango. And then this one I don't even have to ask you guys. I don't even have to ask. I don't even have to do the side by side. This one is pretty obvious. We have Vipra as Jake the Snake. Now, I think I would have preferred Staffu as the snake, as opposed to, can't even remember the name of that snake from Conan, because that's that ugly ass snake from Conan, the little like gimpy one that would follow around Rathamon. I think I would have preferred Staffu. But this is our Jake the Snake, Viper with cake. Yeah, why wasn't it Staffu, Rex? Well, I don't know, man. I asked for Staffu. Like, that's what I requested. When I told him, I said, hey, like, for instance, I sent him this picture of Papa Shango, and I told him Voodoo's going to be Papa Shango. And you can see how well he recreated it. And the only thing he really changed was the skull being Skulker, which is fine. That's like totally fine. And then I said Viper's going to be Jake the Snake with Staffu as the snake, but he changed it to the Conan one. So with the bag over his head. So yeah, it's like, oh man, missed opportunity, because we love Staffu. We love Staffu. But yeah, we've got Mama Shango. See, I even had names for him. I had wrestling names for him. So we would have had Voodoo as Mama Shango. She would be Mama Shango. And then we got Vipra with cake. Vipra the snake with cake. And next up, this is probably another one that I only put the picture up right away because we didn't get to the coloring phase. And so you guys wouldn't have known like who these characters were at all. But this is Red and Redder from the Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines show, if you guys remember that. I mean, how could you forget redhead twins? How could you forget redhead twins? So yeah, Red and Redder were going to be a tag team as Demolition. And if it had been colored in, I would have done the whole guessing thing with it for you guys. But in black and white, I figured you wouldn't have even known who the two waifus were without me telling you, much less like who the wrestlers were supposed to be. Because like they need all their spikes and studs and stuff still drawn and colored in as well. It's like I said, I'm just showing you like what we had gotten done, like as far as we had gotten. So we had Red and Redder as Demolition, which, oh man, that would have been so awesome. Tag team match. Now, if they're the tag team, who are they going to be against? They got to be against another tag team, right? They got to be against another tag team. So this one, I mean, you don't even need me to tell you who it is. You don't even need me to tell you. It's the Puma Twins. Puma Twins for the tag champion. Oh, what a rush. Legion of Doom. The Road Warriors, the Road Waifus. They're the Road Waifus. What a rush. Yeah. So we had Demolition Waifus and we got the Road Waifus. The Legion of Doom. So yeah, imagine that tag team matchup. Red and Redder versus the Puma Twins for the tag championships. Yeah, the armor's a total giveaway. It was like a dead giveaway. Yeah, it's gonna, and it would have been awesome, and I don't want to make it sound like would have been, like it's never gonna happen. It will be awesome. It's gonna happen. It will be awesome. But yeah, it's the tag team match of the century, man. I can't imagine a more perfect tag team match. The Puma Twins, because they're both twins. Think about it. They're both twins. You've got the Puma Twins and Red and Redder, who are both redhead twins. And the outfits work perfectly. The Demolition outfits, I mean, they look like they should be worn by women instead of men anyway on these guys. But then with the Puma Twins, that was sort of like the outfits that they had in the anime towards the end. They had the spiked shoulder pads and stuff too. So like, it's very much reminiscent of their Dominion Tank Police gear. Yeah, double twin sanity. That would be the match. Vince McMahon.
I need those twins for SummerSlam. Double twin sanity.
Get them in the ring.
Double twin sanity.
Vince McMahon is losing his mind right now. Somewhere, Vince McMahon is like falling out of his chair right now. Merlin says, bring back the bra and panties match. Dude, that's what we were going to do. Check this out. I didn't even have this one slide prepared because I didn't think anybody would guess that. that was what we had in mind. Let me find it here. I'll show you because I had like so many Easter eggs. I don't know how many of you are old school wrestling fans, because like I'm an old school wrestling fan, like nerd. I love the Hulkamania era, the Attitude era, you know, all that. Like I'm just a huge nerd for all that. And it was pretty crass. It was pretty crass in those days. They had things like bra and panties matches, but it was, you know, it was going to be fun. We were going to sort of make fun out of it. Or make fun of it, whatever. I'm trying to find the one image. I thought I had it. Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. I know exactly where it is. So yeah, check this out. So I'll get this on screen here. So this is, I had Morgan here, and you can tell that for one thing, she's in a
tiny mini skirt.
But not only that, she's meant to be reminiscent of Stacy Keibler, aka Miss Hancock from WCW. Because like I said, I watched all the way through. I was watching NWO. I was watching the all the way up to like Ruthless Aggression. It was like when John Cena and Randy Orton showed up is when I stopped watching. But like, yeah, Hulkamania, the New Generation, the New Generation era, and NWO and all that. So yeah, this was gonna be a throwback to Miss Hancock, aka Stacy Keibler, and she was basically gonna be the commissioner. You know, like how there was always a commissioner type character that would run in, they would stop the matches and say, no, this isn't gonna be a regular pinfall match. This is no DQ. So now you can use weapons. You know, like they were always trying to screw somebody over and say like, you know, this is no DQ. So she was basically going to run in, or not like run in, but disrupt the match. Walking in like Stacy Keibler with the Legs song playing in the background, you know, the ZZ Top playing in the background. And she would interrupt every match and say, no, now it's a bra and panties match. Change every match to a bra and panties match. And now somewhere Vince Russo is falling over out of a chair. Somewhere off in the distance, I can hear Vince Russo falling out of his chair. Because yeah, every match would be a bra and panties match. Yeah, Commissioner Morgan. So yeah, she was gonna come into the ZZ Top theme. Dude, I was gonna play the themes and everything. Like we were gonna have an entrance way background, and the waifus were gonna come down. We were gonna play the themes. Dude, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, this is Russo booking. All right, this is Russo booking. I studied, Rex. Pete on a pole match. Pete on a pole. Staffu. I think there was an actual match where Jake the Snake. Was it Damien at the time? He's had a couple of different snakes, but like I think it was Damien at the time, and it was in a bag on a pole. That was like a real match. So we could have Staffu on a pole match. Pete on a pole. Yeah, like it's not what you're thinking. It's not like pole position. Yeah, it was Damien. Yeah. All right, so let me show you a couple of main eventers, because so far you saw the mid card, you saw the tag teams. Now let me give you a tiny preview here of what the main eventers were going to be. Kiss Mew says no, Staffu is the pole. That's too good. All right. So this one should be pretty easy to guess. The only thing that makes it difficult is it's not terribly different from her normal outfit, but I did want a few changes made to this outfit, so she's going to look different in the end, but you should already be able to tell who it is. Tavern's Pull with the dong. Yeah. It's gotta be. And I call her the Undercaker. She's the Undercaker. The Undercaker. Tavern's Pull says undertake her. See, that would be like what the Rival, when they're cutting a promo. They're like, Undertaker, more like Undertaker. That would be how the Rival should cut a promo on the Undertaker. Rest in booty. Dong. Rest in booty. The Undertaker, dude. She'd be tough to beat. Undefeated Waifu Mania winning streak. Who's gonna break the streak? Who's known for breaking streaks out of nowhere? And before you say Brock Lesnar, you'd be wrong. It's not Brock Lesnar. It's the ultimate waifu. Broke Honky Tonk Man's streak for the Intercontinental Champion. The ultimate waifu. Dun 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 dun. Eric says, I love how flat she is. Do you see her shirt? It says super flat. That's Anaconda though. We don't fault her for that. We still love Snake Waifu anyway. The original Snake Waifu. Super flat. The ultimate waifu. The ultimate warrior. When Mama Shango puts a voodoo curse in, she throws up stinky water. Yo, I watched that happen live. Like, I watched that happen on TV. I don't know if it was actually, it was probably like pre-recorded. But I mean, I watched like the original airing of that when Papa Shango put the curse on Ultimate Warrior and he started puking all over everyone. And then he was like dripping black stuff out of his face. So yeah, can you imagine? After Ultimate Warrior is defeated, because you know, even though it's the ultimate waifu, you know that the Undertaker is undefeated in WrestleMania, in Waifu Mania. And so the Undertaker is going to make the ultimate waifu rest in booty. And then the ultimate waifu is going to be bumped down to the mid card and going to be wrestling Mama Shango. And Mama Shango is going to gasp when she's going to go. and this mist is going to come out and start making ultimate waifu puke stinky water. Dude, it was amazing. Yes, Tavern's Pull. It actually happened. This all was real. It's amazing. It was so amazing. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. This Waifu Mania event, that's why I'm saying I think I dreamt a little too big. Because I had all of this building up. Like a whole like road to Waifu Mania, you know, road to the main event. Had it all building up. I think it was a little too much, at least to get done in this time. But it's okay. It's okay. I still want to at least show you guys what we had. Just something. I don't want to leave you with nothing. I had hungry eyes. That's right. That's right, Starscream. I had hungry eyes. I think Vince McMahon has actually done that before. Hasn't Vince McMahon like botched a WrestleMania or 2 or 3 because he was, you know, thinking too big and he tried to like get too much to happen or whatever. So, you know what? It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, Taverns Pull, Hannah Hogan, you already know. You already know. That's a previous thanks to Battle Frame. That was a previous, that's old school. I feel like that's old school because it was like months ago. But let me get that up on screen because that's kind of a giveaway, Hannah Hogan, because I have merch. I have merch of this. So this one doesn't really, you know. But we didn't get that far. This isn't the official. This is more like the merch design for Hannah Hogan. We don't have like the official one yet. And there were going to be others. I don't want to tell all of them. I still want to keep some a surprise. Like I said, this is just a preview because I don't want to just have like nothing for you today. But at the same time, I still want to keep some stuff a surprise, and there's plenty. There is still plenty left. And so we're going to do this event in the future sometime, even if I have to hire a whole team of artists to help cracking out. We're going to get this done. But yeah, that big floofy hair, it's bigger than Ultimate Warrior's hair. She outfloofed the real thing. The ultimate waifu. Isn't it great? I seriously can't wait though. Like whenever we do get the Waifu Mania event complete, holy shit, I cannot wait. It's going to be so awesome. It's going to be so awesome. Money in the was it Money in the Case or Money in the Bank, I think is what it was called. Money in the Bank, but it was a case. Yeah. And then they could cash it in to get a shot at the title. Load the spaceship with the stinky water. Loaded with the waifus. Hannah Hogan. Take the controls, Hannah Hogan. Steer that Jeep into a nosedive. Oh, wait, you already did. Remember that episode where Hannah was like crashing the Jeep all over the place and Jack had to come save her? Take the controls of the Jeep, Hannah Hogan, and steer it into a nosedive. Man, it's going to be so awesome. It's going to be so awesome. Can't wait. Dude, the Waifu Rumble. Yeah, the Waifu Rumble. We can do all sorts of events, you know? Take the controls of the Cadillac. Yeah, the Cadillac. Even though Jack only let her take a Jeep. But yeah, the Cadillac. Take the controls of the Cadillac. Steer it into a nosedive. Hannah Hogan. Load the spaceship with the stinky water. Load it with the waifus. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, it's the Casey Jones voice. Hannah Hogan. Oh man, good stuff. So yeah, I can't wait. You guys are gonna love it. But that's just a preview. We have the official waifu roundup to get into because there are plenty of waifus that we need to wrangle from this previous week before I get too carried away. I'm getting so carried away, man. I'm getting carried away here. But yeah, we need to get into the actual waifu roundup. Merlin says, please, we got to have a Sergeant Slaughter. You know, I didn't have a Sergeant Slaughter, but I did have, I'm not going to tell you who, but let me count. I had 1, 2, the ones that I didn't show you. There was 1, 2, 3. You guys basically were able to guess Hannah Hogan, so that would have been 4. So there's at least 3 other waifu combinations that I can think of just off the top of my head that you haven't seen yet. And there's probably going to be more. There's probably some that I'm forgetting, and there's probably more that we're going to think of, like Sergeant Slaughter. That's a really good suggestion. So yeah, Waifu Mania running wild. It's gonna be awesome. All right, so let's get to wrangling. Get those lassos. Get those lassos out, ladies and gentlemen. We don't discriminate here. If the ladies want to wrangle some waifus too, so be it. Yokozuna, that would have to be what was the witch from Tales from the Crypt Keeper? Large Marge. Big Bertha. Big Bertha could be Yokozuna. Richard Hooper, already on that one. Richard Hooper, already on that one. I'm not going to tell you who, but already on that one. The Old Witch. Was that her name? Just the Old Witch? Wow. Real imaginative there. But yeah. No, it's I don't know who could be who could be Yokozuna. Yakazuna. Oh, of course we have the Macho Man. That kind of goes without saying. I'm not going to tell you which waifu is assigned to the Macho Man, but that goes without saying. The Macho Man is definitely on the roster, on the card. He was my personal favorite. Everyone else liked Hulk Hogan. I liked Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior. Those were my two favorites. So yeah, of course, Macho Man. But all right, I got to get away from that because we'll end up talking about that all night, and then I'll end up spoiling the whole thing. Maybe each week leading up to the event, each week we can preview a few waifus. We'll see how it goes.
The road to Waifu Mania.
All right, so let's wrangle some waifus. All right, let's wrangle some waifus. So this last week, it was a bit of a light week because it was Christmas on Monday, and so we watched The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, which technically did have a waifu. It had the White Queen. So we do have a waifu from Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. But do you guys count the White Queen as a waifu? Is that I don't know, man. Is that acceptable, chat? Turkish Delights, how dare you? Ron was like, it's really more just her like voice and stuff. I see some people saying hell no. Some people would tell her to go suck an egg. All right, not a waifu. Wow. Taverns though, he's dreaming big. He's saying we never really saw what was under that coat though. He's dreaming big, man. I like the way you think. But no, Saturday night, let's get into the waifus from Saturday night, which was Gunsmith Cats. And that's a instant classic. A shame that we only got 3 episodes. They do continue the story in the comics/manga. I only say comics because Dark Horse released a run of them. But in the show, even though it was only 3 episodes, it was great. It felt like I don't know. It went by in a flash. Like it didn't even feel like an hour and a half, like a movie. You know, it was basically feature film movie length. It didn't even feel like that. It went by in a flash because it was just so much fun. The whole time we were having so much fun. So
the only cats I'll accept.
Hothead rolling out 15. Thank you. I completely forgot about that alert, and so that really caught me by and he's still Hothead, still using his mutant powers to activate new alerts that I didn't even realize were in there. And yes, the only cats you'll accept. Wait a minute. Are you saying you don't like cat girls? What? How dare you? No, thank you. And all hail the new stream boss. Hothead Studios resuming his place as stream boss. That's right. No, did we forget about that one, or has it ever been seen? I don't know. That's crazy. Oh, that's a lot of fun. Hail Hothead. But yeah, so Gunsmith Cats, 3 episodes. It was awesome. We have here Rally and May. They are both certified waifus, and as Hothead says, the only cat girls that he'll accept. But Rally and May, they're both certified waifus, but especially Rally. I think I'm gonna tip my hat to Rally if you asked me to pick a favorite. You know, if we're playing favorites here, favoritism. You're not supposed to do that. But if we're playing favorites here, I'm gonna say Rally was my favorite, just because I don't know. She obviously got a little bit more screen time, so maybe that's a biased thing, but I just sort of prefer her overall, like everything, like her look, her personality, like all of that. She was the bombshell. That's right, mind and body. She was the bombshell. No, wait, Kaiser Soze says no, bomb girl. Oh, wait, you mean you like the bomb girl? Oh, maybe I misunderstood. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Is this a hot take saying that Rally is top waifu? I don't know. I thought chat was gonna be with me on this. Okay, Rex is with me. He says Rally all day, every day. Rex, pizza rolls for you, good sir. Even though they all just fell on just raining pizza rolls on Rally. Here you go. Eat some more. You need to get thicker. I like my waifus thick. Okay, no, I see more people saying Rally top waifu. Rally 100%. All right. Okay. Maybe it's just the fringe. The fringe out there on the outskirts that like me. Because Rally is, look at her. She's just dreaming. Well, she's not really dreaming. She's awake, but she's imagining the next time she gets to use her gun. She's always ready. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she's in her, I guess these are pajamas. I don't know. What are female pajamas? What are females? What are they? What are their pajamas?
Framing. It's raining.
I don't know. She's ready. She's ready though. Flipping on the light switch. Ready to turn it on. What is girl? Yeah. What is girl? Female pajamas are panties. Yeah, that's I think that's pretty much accurate, mind and body. I think that goes for everything. That's universal. Because remember, in space, we saw Ripley in Aliens. We know that was her pajamas. Here we have example of anime girl pajamas. And we probably all know somebody at one point in our life that we saw sleeping in their panties for pajamas. So this is reality. This is universal, a universal truth in space, in anime, everywhere. Pantsu are pajamas. Until Kitty shows up, and then all bets are off. And then it's every waifu for themselves. Because speaking of Kitty, I believe that Rally would be Kitty's like dream waifu, because she was constantly having wardrobe malfunctions. Or I don't know if you count the being woken up in the middle of the night and having to fight the bad guys in your pantsu pajamas, if that's a wardrobe malfunction. But between that and this, which was a legit wardrobe malfunction, I think we found Kitty's top waifu. I think Kitty is going to abandon all other, because Kitty was after Lana for, that was like sort of the focus. Lana was like the top focus, but I think Rally might be. Although maybe not, because maybe Kitty wants more of a challenge. I mean, Rally's like halfway to a wardrobe malfunction already. So who knows? Who knows? But yeah, Rally was definitely my favorite. Gunsmith Cats was a lot of fun. All right, now we got to talk about the whale in the room. We got to talk about strangely attractive fish people. It's time, chat. It's time. You all knew this was coming. Phrasing. But it's time to talk about strangely attractive fish people. Somewhere, Pyron's brother is falling out of his chair.
You are curiously attractive for a fish man. So I've been told.
Yes! Yes!
Thank you, Hothead. That was perfect timing once again. Good to see you have been practicing in the danger room. Xavier, Professor Xavier would be proud. You are his best X-Man, his best mutant. You have been training in the danger room. Perfect timing. But yeah, somewhere just like how many people have we knocked out of their chair tonight? We've made Vince McMahon, Vince Russo, and now Pyron's brother all fall out of their chair somewhere in the universe.
You are curiously attractive for a fish man.
That he bites his lip. Look how he's biting his lip when he inhales. He's like curiously attractive for a fish man. Like, dude, this guy, he is down bad, man. Like, what is it? What is it about strangely attractive fish people? What's going on, chat? What is it? This is like an epidemic. This is a pandemic. It's the new pandemic. Strangely attractive fish people. They're just like ruining everyone. Yes, Vesh. He was saying that to a fish man. That's how bad it is. That's what I'm saying. This is a pantsu-demic. It's the pantsu-demic. The Illuma Booty. The Illuma Booty is behind it.
Shake your booty!
The Illuma Booty is behind the pantsu-demic. We've discovered it. We've discovered their secrets. We know all the secrets. I've broken free from the Matrix. I've broken free from the Matrix. I can see the code. I can see the code. This can't be real. The pantsu-demic, it's real. But instead of wearing a mask, you just put pantsu on your face. Like hentai comment. You just put pantsu on your face. That'll save you. That'll keep you safe. That'll keep you safe from the strangely attractive fish people. It's the only way. It's the only way if you want to stay safe from the strangely attractive fish people. They're everywhere. Look at them. There were so many. This show was insane. So for anybody who doesn't know what this is from Fish Police, which we watched only one night this past week because there were only 6 episodes ever made. Some people might say that's a blessing. Some people might say that's regrettable because they've fallen under the spell. They've fallen under the spell.
You are curiously attractive for a fish man.
They're under the spell. They've fallen prey. So some people might regret that there were only 6 episodes, but yeah, we had Fish Police, which was unironically was well written, like legit well written. It was basically a detective noir show Like if you guys have ever seen any of those sort of parody spoofs or any what was the one from Heavy Metal? Harry Canyon from Heavy Metal. If you remember that segment, it was one of the more memorable ones. It's all of that movie is memorable, but yeah, Harry Canyon. It was like that, but with fish. So take Harry Canyon from Heavy Metal, and it's just fish. And so that's what this was. And so you had all these strangely attractive fish people, or what does he say? Curiously attractive.
You are curiously attractive for a fish man.
Yeah, curiously attractive fish people just running all over this show. So first up, we have Angel. I think this would be everyone's top waifu, the one that was making people start to change their tune, whistle a new tune. Because I remember there were some people early on in the show that were like, this is cursed. This is cursed. Get it out of here. I want it out of the house. This is cursed. Some people were already like, hell yeah, it's Jessica Rabbit, but with a slight odor of tuna. I can dig it. But yeah, a lot of people were not on board at first, but this character right here, Angel, she got them changing their tune, whistling a new tune. Now everybody.
You are curiously attractive for a fish man.
Angel. Jessica Rabbit, but better? Or no, you like Jessica Rabbit better. Okay. I was about to say, now wait a minute now. Let's not get carried away. By that. I know that the current is strong, that tide is strong, but don't get carried away. Don't be baited. Don't take the bait. That was a missed opportunity. They had all these some would say terrible, but I thought they were hilarious puns all throughout the show, like a mile a minute. You got like 50 puns a minute. But one of them they didn't do was call the prostitutes hookers. Oh, the prostitutes, they're using bait. They're hookers. Why didn't they do that? I can't believe. But that's okay. They had plenty of other good puns, so I'll let it slide. I'll let them off the hook for this one. But next time, they better take the bait. All right, so another waifu we had was Pearl. Now, some would say Pearl is the inferior waifu because when you go from looking at Angel here to looking at Pearl, you go, well, this is a downgrade. But if you actually were paying attention, Pearl is much more pure than Angel, and she would be the one that you would actually want to make your waifu. Angel is not waifu material. They even made jokes about how she was like the town bike, whereas Pearl is definitely waifu material. Based Wave says Pearl is top waifu. Rex says Pearl is top waifu. See, you guys know. You guys are based. You know. You don't take the bait from the hookers. Don't take the bait from the hookers. Like Angel. And this one didn't even get a name. She was just fish bimbo number 3. She didn't even have a name. But Pearl is top waifu. War Wizard says Pearl is a trad wife. That's right. She is a trad wife. She was even telling Gil. See, I almost called him Harry Canyon. But she was telling Gil that she wanted to get married. She wants to be a wife, and she knows how to cook. She runs that diner. She has Pearl's Diner, so she knows how to cook.
She wants to get married and have kids. She's based. She's super based. So yeah, Pearl is definitely top tier waifu. Mind and Body. You didn't see this one? It's definitely good. It's very underrated because at the time it just didn't make any waves. You know, listen, I'm sorry, it broke my brain. I can't stop making puns. But this show failed to make any waves at the time that it came out because it was up against like The Simpsons and all these other top tier, because this was like 1992. So this was the golden age of The Simpsons, you know, and all these other top tier primetime sitcoms. So it couldn't make a splash. It couldn't make any waves, you know. It was stuck in the shallow end, and so it only got 6 episodes. I also think that they tried to do too much, sort of like I was talking about how I tried to do too much with the event, where they had a star-studded voice cast. You guys were calling them out in the chat. Tim Curry, Phil Hartman, John Ritter, Frank Welker, I think, was in there. Who else was in there? Was John Kassir? Did he show up? He probably showed up for like one character. It was crazy though. The voice, Ed Asner. Yeah, Ed Asner. Yeah, the voice cast was insane. So, I think they probably blew the budget on that. Plus the animation wasn't bad. I know we're making jokes about how it's like cursed with like strangely attractive fish people, but the animation was actually really well done, like really fluid, lots of details, the backgrounds, everything was like beautiful. And of course, think about it, they're underwater, so every time a character moves, they had to draw bubbles, you know? So yeah, it was a good show, and we can appreciate it now. And I think it falls under that same effect that like the Star Wars prequels fall under. Like at the time, we hated the Star Wars prequels. I remember seeing The Phantom Menace in the theater, and I hated it. I hated Jar Jar. Darth Maul was the only cool thing about it, and they killed him off, and I hated that too. So like, The Phantom Menace sucked. But now it's great because it's not Disney. And so Fish Police is kind of like that, where at the time, up against the golden age of The Simpsons and all these other like primetime sitcoms, Fish Police was like, what is this? What is this? Disney, I mentioned Disney being like garbage now, but back in 1992, that was during the Disney Renaissance. So like animation that looked like this is going to make people think of like Little Mermaid, you know, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid. It was during that time. So people are looking at this back then and going, oh man, this is trash. But now when we have so little actual decent entertainment, we're basically like starved for decent entertainment. This show is golden. And, you know, you watch the 6 episodes and you're like, damn, man, I wish we had more. Can't believe they only made 6, but, you know, that's just how it is. So, yeah, sorry, I went off on a little tangent there, guys. My bad. Went off on a little, got carried away, I guess. Let's get back to these waifus. Let's get back to the waifu war. Wait, where's the meme? I've got the meme around here somewhere. Hold on. Gotta find it.
Waifu Wars!
The waifu wars. Because we did get a bit of the waifu wars, since Angel was such a not waifu material that you would not want to make your waifu. She had been fraternizing with Gil, and as I was mentioning earlier, Pearl, being the trad wife that she is, wanting to make a house and a family with Gil, gets super jealous anytime Angel infers or implies anything about her and Gil, either like flirting or having a past or having done anything. Like, it's all very ambiguous. Like, it's left sort of gray, like what they actually have done or if they have any sort of past. But it's enough. It's enough to get the waifu wars started, man. The waifu wars are cooking. You know, the waifu wars are cooking up. Richard says Pearl is clearly a yandere. I mean, kinda, yeah, you know, kinda, but not entirely, because we do actually get a meme here from this scene, and it's a bit of an insight. And Pearl's she's not like full blown yandere psycho. Check this out.
Besides, Gil and I are just friends. Well, we're more than friends. Not much more, a little more, but not anymore.
Oh, for the love of Pike, I just wanted to fix your suit. There, that's better.
Swing!
Now, Angel, you go out there and show them this dirty ocean has a beacon of grace, beauty, and purity. Float tall, float proud, float those babies.
Gee, Pearl, you've been so nice to me. You're the sweetest, kindest.
You're on, honey.
See, she's nice. She's nice. But this is like one of my new favorite quotes.
Float those babies.
Swing! Swing!
Float those babies. We all float down here.
Float those babies. Shake your booty.
I'm gonna have to add that to the soundboard. I definitely have to add that to the soundboard. We're gonna float those babies. That's why Pearl's top tier waifu. She's insanely clever. Yeah, she knew, because the winner would be sent away, like they were having a beauty pageant, and the winner would be sent away on vacation for like a year or something. You know, it was like some over the top, crazy, extravagant prize, like a year vacation in the Bahamas or whatever. And so Pearl is like, got to make sure Angel wins, and so she makes sure that her assets are on display. Make sure that she floats those babies.
Of a Pike, I just wanted to fix your suit.
That's some interesting jiggle physics underwater there. I didn't realize that their jiggle physics existed underwater. I mean, I'm not going to complain, but it's interesting, man. You learn a lot from this show.
Float those babies. Shake your booty.
Oh man, good times. So yeah, Eric says go frame by frame. Do we need to do like a CSI, like enhance? We can see here. This is the moment when she committed the crime. This is the assault. We could see here the gravity in the water. It's like that of the gravity on the moon. Somewhat buoyant. Enhance. All right, enough of that.
Swing!
Where's Lewis going? Calm down, boys. I need that clip. Hold on.
Yeah, calm yourselves, boys.
There you go. Calm yourselves. All right. Take it easy. Yeah, good one, Eric. Good idea there. Oh man. Good times. All right. One more waifu to wrangle. We're not done yet. We got one more waifu to wrangle. Let's get away from these strangely attractive fish people though, and it's too much. we have the mighty mom, mighty mommy, mighty MILF, Max's mom. I don't even know if she has a name because he just called her mom the whole time. I don't think anyone ever addressed her by name. So the chat lovingly refers to her as mighty mommy. So or mighty MILF. Yeah, one of the two. So this was a definite wrangle. Yeah, I see a lot of lassos in the chat. This one was definitely going to get wrangled. And going with what seems to be sort of a running theme for tonight, which I wasn't expecting, because we have, this is a bit of a wardrobe malfunction right here. This is something that would make Kitty proud. If Kitty had opposable thumbs, Kitty would be using scissors like this, right? Well, there was a wardrobe malfunction like that for Mighty Mommy, where during a zombie attack, well, I don't know if they were zombies, they were like these little zook bugs that were making everybody look like zombies.
No, man, he's just zooking out.
But
He'll be
during the
okay.
zombie attack, they knocked down Mighty Mommy while she was in her bathrobe, I guess. I don't know. And the wardrobe malfunction revealed that, well, there might not even be pantsuits for her pajamas. I thought pantsuit pajamas was universal, but maybe not. Maybe Mighty Mommy goes commando, mighty commando. The world may never know. The world may never know. But this is when you send in Kitty. This is a job for Kitty. If ever we needed, now's the time to strike. Ronald says, "Where's Dad at?" I think they mentioned that his dad died at in a like he was like an Indiana Jones type guy. He was like an explorer type guy, and he died buried under something. I don't know. It was like a pretty dark backstory. Rex says, "I'm his dad. It's me. I'm his dad. I'm Mighty Dad." Well, you can be. For just $19.99, you can be Mighty Dad. You can be Max's dad for just $19.99 with the Mighty shirt. And then you'll have your very own Mighty MILF with a wardrobe malfunction. Rex Rivas. That's right. Rex Rivas is Max's dad. All right, let's see this video link that was sent in on a super chat. What is this? What could it be? Oh shit, it's age restricted based on community guidelines. Trying to get me community guidelines struck. Trying to get me struck down. What is this? It's a trap. Yeah, did you hear that? That sounded sussy. That sounded zesty. That sounded zesty, man. And the video has an age restriction on it. I don't know about this one, man. It's a trap. Sounds too zesty. All right, let's see. It hadn't even been a full 2 hours. I got through this stream pretty quick. This stream went by pretty quick, chat. Bring up the hot tub. Let's get the hot tub out here. Let's get the hot tub out here for the end. Because this is the last live stream of 2023. Next week, it'll be the new year. It'll be the future. We'll have flying cars and teleporters and living robots that living robot cat girls. It'll all be happening next year in 2024. We'll be in the future next week. So yeah, this is the last live stream of 2023. So I figure we'll get the hot tub up here. But again, why are they wearing so much clothes? What do you mean? This is all we can have. War Wizard says, let's talk about life. We'll have a chat. We'll just have a chat. Let me put the people who have donated tonight on the leaderboard. You guys need it to be represented. Representation. All right. Let's get your names on the leaderboard. It's time. It's time. All right. So number 1, Stream Boss, Hothead. Was there ever any doubt? Was there ever any doubt? Let's see. Second place right now is subpar. Yeah, look at that. Copy and paste. Copy and paste action. And then third on the leaderboard right now is Herbal Dragon. There we go. Leaderboard has been completed. Birdie! Dude, that little space monkey is my spirit animal, dude. Whatever that weird little alien space monkey, he is my spirit animal. This little guy is the best.
Shake your booty!
Yeah. Watch out. Tomato sharks on the loose. Get out of there.
Shake your booty!
Tomato shark is on the loose. Dun-dun. Somebody save him. Throw a nuke in there. Get rid of Tomato Shark. Somebody save the booty. Save the cake. Kaiser says, I feel like OB finally made a cheat sheet for my hotkeys. This is all memory. This is all memory. I'm finally a little less regarded. I'm still highly regarded and zooked out.
No, man, he's just zooking out. He'll be okay.
But I'm just a little bit less regarded. We need Kitty. Kitty needs to come in. Oh, I thought I had... Okay, I think the sound went off, but I don't know why Kitty didn't show up. There. There's Kitty. Kitty's on the prowl. Kitty's on the loose. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much all I had as far as the memes and the waifu roundup and all that. If you guys want to do like a chat for a few minutes, since it is a little bit earlier than I normally end these streams, I usually try to go for closer to 2 hours. And it's only been about an hour and a half, so we can either end it early, or if you guys want to talk about stuff, if you have any questions. Oh, let me give you a couple of updates about the content that we got coming up for the weekend. So tomorrow morning, we have our usual Saturday morning lineup, but there's a few new shows in there because I found some stuff that I thought was previously blocked, or maybe the last time I tried it, it was blocked or something. And now it's not, or at least I had it wrong or whatever. So we've got a couple of new shows in tomorrow's lineup that have not been shown on my channel before. I'm not saying that you guys have never seen, maybe you've seen them before, I don't know, but they're new for me. One of them you can probably guess if you recognize the thumbnail. The thumbnail gives away what one of the shows is pretty obviously. Like if you like, it's like if you know sort of thing. It's like how Black Cat was the thumbnail a couple weeks ago. And when you recognize Black Cat, you're like, okay, Spider-Man's in the lineup. It's like that. So there's one of them that you can recognize there. And then there's another that was technically, I think it has been on the channel before, but the lineup that it was in got taken down way back during the Lasso saga. So if you guys, for those of you old heads who have been here for all 4 months or whatever that we've been doing this. No, I think it's been longer than that. I think we've been at this for like 6 months or so. But for those of you that have been around for a while, in the channel community, will remember the Lasso saga. And during the Lasso saga, a couple of, I think it was like 3 of my Saturday morning lineups got taken down, volumes, whatever you want to call it, got taken down. I re-uploaded a couple of them because I was able to salvage them. Like I had a lot of the episodes and stuff and the commercials and everything. I think I had even kept a copy of one of them before it was taken down too. So like, volume 5 and 6, I believe it was. Those were like really easy to recreate and re-upload. But volume 10 was just decimated. Like not only did they claim multiple episodes in that volume, so it was like it wasn't just one show, it was like a couple of shows, because I had put Sky Surfers and something else that they had, maybe it was Roswell Conspiracies or something, but I put a couple of different shows that they had, so like they struck it for like multiple shows and then like immediately struck it down before I had a chance to even look back over it or save a copy or anything. So that volume is kind of lost to time. It's like lost to the ether. So one of the shows that I remember being in there, I have not played since. And so it sort of feels like new, especially for the newer audience. So channel members, coffee members, I should say, they've seen the lineup. So you guys know what I'm talking about. And some of you, I think, are old heads that would remember the show, so you might know like, oh shit, it's this one, and it's cheese, you know, the fondue is strong with it, but it's also got a lot of waifus, so I think it'll be entertaining. Let's see, what was the other one, because there's like 3 or 4, it's like half the lineup is like new stuff. All I know is there's a lot of waifus, partly because some of the shows are skewed a little bit more towards a female audience, but it's still back in like the late 80s, early 90s time period that I normally focus on. And as we know, all the chicks were hot. Like all the cartoon women were hot. Like they knew how to draw women back then. And so even if it's a more sort of like female skewed cartoon, you're still guaranteed plenty of waifus and even some decent action, because it was still like female superheroes or magical powered people, whatever, you know. It's like it's not as bad as watching Sailor Moon. Like if any of you watched Sailor Moon just for the waifus back in the day or whatever, and suffered through that, because like, I don't know, man, that show is I tried to watch that show and it was just a little too bad, too much cheese, not enough waifu. But I mean, I'm not hating on Sailor Moon, but like, I'm just saying it wasn't enough for me back in the day. But some of these shows, like I see Tavern Pool saying She-Ra. Yeah, man, She-Ra, like that's one of them where it may have been meant for girls, but they've got plenty of waifus and good enough action in that one, and it's just as cheesy as He-Man. I mean, all those Filmation shows were like strong with the fondue. So it's all like the same as far as I'm concerned. Tavern's Pool says Amy was the only saving grace for Sailor Moon. For me, it was Sailor Mars, because she had like legs up to her face, but I just couldn't get into that show. I couldn't get into it. All right, let me catch up with the chat here so I can answer some questions. I want to like talk to you guys, not so much at you. Philip says, "Do we have Lex tonight?" Yes, Lex tonight at midnight on the second channel. I was just sort of running behind because it was such a hectic week for me that I didn't even make a thumbnail for it. So it's uploaded, it's there, it's ready, but I just need to set the premiere so that you can actually see it, and it won't have a fancy thumbnail, but it's there. We'll watch it. We do have the Lex Express tonight. Ranma says, "I want more of my undead cowgirl waifu." The Lasso Saga was sad. Well, the Lasso Saga was sad at first, but it had a good ending. It actually, in my opinion anyway, the Lasso Saga had a good ending. Because I ended up talking directly to BKN or you know, the person who manages like the rights or whatever at BKN. But still, it's like talking directly to the studio that made a bunch of the shows that I like. It's like, hey, that's pretty cool. And finding, not just talking to them, but like finding out some like behind the scenes you know, inner workings type stuff, to where I was able to, you know, show you guys how on that channel, like they were uploading Roswell Conspiracies and Street Sharks and Extreme Dinosaurs, and all of that's gone now, by the way. I don't know. Maybe I should have put that in the update section earlier in the stream, but maybe I'll let me see if I can like pull it up. I don't have so many tabs open right now. But like, yeah, they took all those. I don't know what they're doing, like why they took all the shows down. Maybe they weren't happy with the view count and they want to re-upload them as volumes, like how I do it. I don't know, because you know, I've seen Wild Brain. Wild Brain is the YouTube channel that does Super Mario Super Show, Sonic, Captain N, Double Dragon. All those video game cartoons are on from like the late 80s, early 90s. Those are on the Wild Brain. I think it's called like Wild Brain Superheroes. And those shows were previously all uploaded as individual episodes, and they still are. They're still on that channel as individual episodes. But recently, they've been uploading volumes. And what was really funny is they were uploading volumes of Captain N literally the same days that I was uploading volumes of Captain N. Like, I had a premiere set up for, you know, volume 1 or 2 or whatever of Captain N, and earlier that day, like at 3 p.m. my time or whatever, Wild Brain uploads a volume of Captain N. But it was like a day behind me. So like, you know, I already had volume 1 out. So I think it was like on volume 2. It was just so funny that like they were even uploading that stuff at the same time. So I'm thinking that BKN is going to do their stuff in volumes because they were uploading individual episodes and they just weren't getting any views. That's just a theory though. That is just my like semi-arrogant theory, you know, because I'm kind of like, haha, I win. But it's not, I'm not trying to sound like that. I'm not trying to be like that, you know, but like, yeah, it's interesting to me. I don't even know how I got off on that topic, but we were talking about the Lasso. Oh, we were talking about the Lasso group. All right, so let me scroll back down through these chats. Dude, that last episode I saw of Sailor Moon, my favorite girl had a naked Cision. And no outline BS. I'm talking full ass naked with milkers on top. What? That's not, I don't remember that ever happening in Sailor Moon. Maybe I didn't watch long enough. Although I was also watching it on TV. That shit wasn't going to happen on TV, on UPN, which is the CW now. But yeah, that shit wasn't going to happen on UPN. Am I a beard guy or clean shaven? I'm a beard guy. I have a big bushy beard. a big bushy beard. No, it's not a soul patch. It's a full, like, I went to get my hair cut last week actually, and the woman who cuts my hair, she's like this Chinese lady, and she's hilarious because like she is awesome at cutting hair, but she's so fucking funny because she has, you know, like the broken English, and she just tells it like it is. She just like doesn't give a shit. Doesn't care if she like hurts your feelings or is like politically incorrect or whatever. She just tells it like it is. So she's cutting my hair, and she's like, you know, as she's cutting it, she's like, "Do you want me to trim your beard?" And I'm like, No, it's fine. Like, I like it long. And she was like, "Why? Why do you have it like that?" And I said, "Because I like it. You know, it's like." Sneed says Viking beards. Yeah, it's like a Viking beard. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, I like it. And she says, "You should trim it." Like real sternly, you know, it's like she's like very stern. She's like, "You should trim it." And I'm like, "Is it really that bad?" And she's like, like, 'cause she was cutting my hair, you know, kind of short, you know, because I don't like having like long hair like hanging in my face or anything like that. And she's like, "You look nice when I cut your hair short, like cutting your hair. You look nice, but your beard makes you look like you came from the mountain." And I was just like dying laughing. I was like really trying not to, because I'm sitting there getting my hair cut. I'm trying to sit still. But she's like, "You look like you came from the mountain." And I'm like, good. You know, I'm like, that's what I'm going for, you know, that's, you know? She's like, "No, you should trim it," you know, because I told her, I was like, "I like it. That's good." She's like, "No, you should trim it. You came from the mountain." Long beard trimmed out. Yeah, that's basically what it boiled down to, man. But no, I mean, she's cool though. She's cool as hell. And she, you know, she does good cutting my hair and everything. But yeah, she doesn't care if it's like not like your opinion or something that some people might be like, "Oh, it, you know, hurt my feelings" or whatever. It's like, nah, man. She's no, I don't like your beard. You came from the mountain. I don't like it. Trim it. And I was like, I told her, I was like, maybe I'll trim it on my own, but you don't need to do anything. Because I knew even if I asked her to like even it out or whatever, she would just like chop it off. So I was like, nah. I was like, I'll take care of it. Oh man, good times. Richard says, "I will regrow my glorious mutton chops." Do it, man. Do it. Like, I think all guys should have facial hair. It's like what sets us apart. Well, one of the many things that sets us apart. But that's a definite man thing. You know, have it just being hairy. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there are any other questions. Somebody said it was on 90s Polish television. They had the Sailor Moon thing. Man, that's wild, man. That's wild. D-Glass says, "An Asian woman cuts my hair too. She gives me an awesome scalp massage at the end." Yeah, because like she'll go over and wash my hair. She does it at the beginning and the end. I get like double, because I don't know if that's normal or what, but like I'll get there and she'll like wash my hair and does the little massage, scalp massage thing, just working the lather in, and then cuts my hair and everything, and then washes it out because, you know, gets the hair off, you know, to wash it all out. And I don't think she does like full blown, like with shampoo and everything, like twice, but still just the rinse with the scalp massage is nice. War Wizard says, "Us bearded folk must stick together." That's right, man. Bearded alliance. Bearded alliance. You have to be men. Grow a beard. A big beard. Like, basically mine is if I look down, it's like resting on my shirt, you know? Like, it's not so long that it's like hanging all the way down, but if I look down, it touches my shirt. I'm tempted to let it grow long enough to like put Viking braids in it, you know, like get some of those little brass beads and like have like a Viking beard, go all out. Why not? Why not, man? I want to look crazy. If I already came from the mountain, I come from the mountain. That's what the Chinese lady said. I came from the mountain. So I'm going to have like a full on, I'm just going to look crazy. Yeah, I'm a young Master Roshi. Master Roshi in the making, dude. Got my waifus. I got all of my dirty movies. I got my waifus. And I got my long beard. All I need now is my own island. Now all I need is my own island. Where I can sit all day drinking not beer. You remember how like they would always blur it out to make it look like orange juice or blue liquid? Or he'd say it was like, he's like, oh yeah, this is root beer. And it was definitely not beer. Yeah. That's what I'll spend all day. Watching out for tomato sharks. Now you waifus get out of the water. There's tomato sharks in there. Telling the waifus. It's Adult Swim. It's time to get out of the water. You know, one thing, it's funny because Glass, he says Master Roshi needs a waifu harem to perv out on. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, we talk about the waifu farm, you know, and all that. And that's something I'm also working on. I've got a couple of artists actually already started on it, where we're going to have, and I probably should have saved this as a surprise, but I can't help it. But we're going to have a new sort of like background feature. It won't be a full-blown quote unquote event like the pool party or Waifu Mania, but it'll just be a new backdrop for the Waifu Roundup, where you'll actually get to see the waifu farm. So yeah, it's in the works. It's in the works, chat. It's in the works. So it's gonna be good. Okay. Oh, you know what? I got distracted. I was gonna give you guys another update about tomorrow's content. So I was talking about the lineup that we're gonna have some unfamiliar shows for the channel, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it. You'll have some waifus to keep your eyeballs company, keep your eyes company. Saturday night, tomorrow night, the movie, because I always tell you guys at the end of the stream, for those of you that stuck it out all the way to the end, I always like to tell you what the movie's going to be tomorrow night. And so far, and I say this as it's like a 5% chance, only because I know how like weird YouTube is, where sometimes it'll say it passes the checks and then like a few hours later it's like, oh no, actually this is a copyright and we're deleting your video. You know, they don't give me a strike or anything, but what was it? Fatal Fury, if you guys remember, they did that with Fatal Fury, where I uploaded it passed the checks, everything was fine, and then hours later it all of a sudden said, actually this is a copyrighted video and we're deleting it, we're removing it. It was like crazy. I don't know what happened. So unless something like that happens, because so far it has passed the checks, but unless something like that happens, tomorrow night we'll be watching Burn Up W, or Burn Up Warrior, which is what the W stands for. But we're going to be watching Burn Up W, all 4 episodes, because they're like OVA episodes, so they're closer to 30 minutes than 20 minutes, but I'm going to cut out the credits and stuff like I normally do. So it'll end up being about a movie length, like feature length. It's like a little over an hour and a half long, I think, if I remember correctly. So if you guys enjoy
tiny mini skirt,
this anime is loaded with tiny mini skirts, the tiniest of mini skirts, like the likes of which you probably have never seen unless you've already seen the anime. But it's got the tiniest of mini skirts, tons of waifus. It's reminds me of Bubblegum Crisis. It's like, if you guys remember how New Dominion Tank Police was more of a 90s version of Dominion Tank Police. You know, obviously it's a continuation because it's in the same series. But if you remember, it was like a pretty noticeable different animation style, and it was much more like 90s anime style. That's what Burn Up feels like, even though it's not officially in the Bubblegum universe, like the Dominion Tank Police comparison. They're in the same universe, but the way that it sort of, you know, like the vibe that it has is very much like Bubblegum Crisis. It's just more 90s, like the art style and the aesthetic and everything like that. But it's a lot of fun. It's cheese. The fondue is strong with it. So, you know, you'll have plenty of cheese and plenty of waifus. And I know that some people don't like when I do English dubs, but we're going to watch the English dub like we always do. But it's so freaking hilarious. There's a lot of those line deliveries that we don't really get anymore, that are so common in the 80s and 90s dubs, where people are just like shouting shit for no reason, but it's just like so funny. So really classic, in my opinion. This is one of those animes I think of when I think of the 90s. This title, like, and especially the girl in the
tiny miniskirt,
just pops into my head all the time when I think of the 90s anime. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So be sure to show up tomorrow night at midnight for that. So just a quick recap. In about a little over an hour on the second channel, we got the Lex Express live action sci-fi weirdness. So that's going to be over on the second channel at midnight. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time, we've got Saturday morning, volume 29. Lots of new stuff, some familiar stuff, tons of waifus. You guys are going to love it. It's going to be, I think it's a really good lineup. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I think it's one of my better lineups, especially coming after the Christmas stuff, you know, having to focus so much on that and going back to normal. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then tomorrow night at midnight Eastern Standard Time, Burn Up W, all 4 episodes of the OVA series. So it's going to be packed full of waifus all weekend. So I hope to see you guys there. But that's really all that I have for the live stream. Let's see. Do we want to do one last I don't know, maybe if one last super chat comes in, we'll get the kitty attacks, because Kitty's on the prowl. Kitty is on the prowl. Oh, there we go. We got the kitty attack. So yeah, that's about it. That's what I had. So we'll go ahead and wrap up the stream for tonight. I hope you guys had fun. If you did, be sure to like up the stream if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments section what your favorite bit was.
Cool! Buster Keaton!
Oh, look at that. Ron McChaos coming out with the 5, rolling out the 5 right there. Getting some pizza rolls. Getting his name on the leaderboard. And now I'm going to start activating all the rest of these buttons. The buttons. Hold on. First things first. The leaderboard. The name. We're going to name names. There you go. His name is there. The kitty attack is successful. But is Lana safe? Is Lana safe, though? Is she ever? Kitty attack. No one is ever safe. Bernie! Kitty has pounced on Felicia. It's super effective. That's funny. Fun times until all is one. Hell yeah, guys. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. It was definitely good times. Kitty's attack is successful. Scuba Kitty has crashed the party. A successful attack. Scuba Kitty's happy now. Let's go X-ray mode. X-ray mode. This is what's happened. This is the result of Kitty's carnage. X-ray on the tub. Too much cake. Too much cake. Too much cake. No, I appreciate you guys. Thank you everyone for being here. I hope that you all enjoyed it. Like I said, like up the stream if you had fun. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at some point. If you don't wake up early, stop by for the Saturday night movie. And then I'm taking Sunday off as I always do. And then we'll be back Monday with the usual schedule as far as like back to watching volumes during the week. There's no more holiday specials or anything. I'm not really going to do anything for New Year's. There's no like New Year's special cartoons, you know, like where I could put together a compilation of that. So we're just going to be back to normal on Monday. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And if I don't see you, a good rest of your weekend. Until then, God bless you all. Stay awesome. And remember,
Until all is one.
Yes, until all is one.
Thank you for visiting me. It's been real.